But you also look at the system we have now is this weird, closed doors, behind the scenes, where everybody's out for themselves. And you go, how do you get anything done? How does anything get done when we have Congress people engaging in insider trading or out there?
Wait.
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
Pelosi.
Really?
Nancy Pelosi and her husband.
Are you sure?
I would guess. If I had to guess, I would say they are taking information and weaponizing it and using it to enrich themselves.
How is that not illegal? Can you turn the AC up? It's a little warm in here, Jamie. Crank it up a little bit. I just don't understand how that's not illegal. I really can't imagine. Did you see when they asked Nancy Pelosi about it? And she's like, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Just puts the microphone down.
Well, this is
okay, bye.
Part of the reason why somebody like her might want to stay in office forever is because if she gets out, they might start looking into stuff.
Yeah, then they come for her.
Right? So it might be, maybe you go, why is this old? Because she's an old dinosaur.
Yeah,
she's a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
And you go, why is she in there? And you go, well, part of her being in there might be a way to insulate herself from people looking into things and going, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, the husband just dumped $5 million into NVidia right before they put out. They decided to do something with chips. They started to do something with semiconductor chips in the United States.
Right.
So right before they passed this, he goes and spends $5 million on
and those
NVIDIA
are the Democrats. Those are supposed to be the people that are for the working class, which is like funny.
You know what's weird about
so
that?
old.
He sold it right before it too, which is a very strange thing that happened. I don't understand.
What do you mean?
Part.
He sold it when it was down and then bought more?
He bought it, and then like a week, it seems like a week or two after everyone started making a note of it, they sold it. And they said like he sold it at a loss.
Oh, he probably had to cover his ass.
See, right here it says he sold it at a loss.
Wow. He sold it to avoid any misinformation. Click on that.
That was an awkward dinner. Yeah, she's like, get it out, dump it. Can you imagine her just going, dump it, dump it? What did you do, Paul? Dump it.
I told you to do it under another name.
Oh my God. It's amazing that he would blow $5 million at a loss. Wow. Wow, he sold millions worth of stocks in chipmaker NVIDIA at a loss the day before the Senate passed a multi-billion-dollar bill aimed in part at boosting U.S. chip manufacturing that sent NVIDIA shares surging. A decision Pelosi's office said was to avoid further misinformation about the couple's investments. Oh my God, that is amazing. What kind of fucking misinformation would it be when we actually have the information? That's what's wild.
It's not misinformation.
They just call things misinformation.
Yeah, it's information.
Yeah, it's actual real information.
Yeah. So this is the problem, It's like, how do you, when a country has reached this point where these are the actors and they're bad actors and we know that, and this is only what we know about.
Yeah.
The next inevitable step, which again I don't think is good, is a dictatorship. Is somebody who comes in and executes all of these people and goes, I'm now which is not good, but that does seem to be the next inevitable step.
They're going to do that through a method where it doesn't look like a dictatorship, like a social credit score system that's attached to a centralized digital currency.
That's right.
You see Maxine Waters the other day talking about a digital currency to compete with China.
They can delete you. They want to delete.
Yeah.
They've always wanted to delete you. Like I used to, a couple of weeks ago, I was getting 100,000 views on an Instagram story. Now I'm getting 30. I don't know what happened, but they just shut something off. They could just shut things off.
Yeah.
You notice these weird things that they do, and you notice it on YouTube. So they want to be, and eventually they want to fuck with your money. They want to fuck with your money because that's the heart and soul of what they can do. So that centralized currency or whatever it is, they will just enforce compliance by the terrifying reality that they can take it all from you immediately.
And there's got to be we know there's coordination between Twitter and the White House.
Yes.
Is that Alex Berenson case? Do you know what's going on with that?
I know Alex Berenson. I don't know that he was deleted from Twitter, right?
And he got back on. He won in court.
Oh, interesting.
He's back on Twitter. Not only that, but now he wants to sue the White House because he has documents that show that the White House directly contacted Twitter about the things that he was proven to be correct about, which is why he was let back on Twitter.
Yeah.
But they were saying, what are you doing about Alex Berenson? The White House directly contacted Twitter
asking
what they're doing about Alex Berenson.
I remember with you, they said something about you. too.
Yeah, the government needs to do more.
The government needs to do
Jen
more.
Psaki.
Jen Psaki, the government should do more.
Or that Spotify should do more.
So they, they believe that these are their shock troops that can take people off that they don't like.
Yeah.
And then the people on the far left, I think, are also waking up because they, are starting to realize that journalists like Chris Hedges, who was a war correspondent, who's a socialist writer and a brilliant writer, a lot of his stuff was taken off because it happened to be on RT. And they took all, Chris Hedges' show On Contact. They had all of these hours and hours of him conducting interviews
Abby
with people.
Abby Martin. Her entire library was removed.
Entire
because
library.
It's on RT.
So I think people even, it's not necessarily ideology. It's are you a critic of the current regime? Are you a critic of the way that the empire is manifesting itself, however it is? Are you a critic of that? And if you are, how do we deal with you? How do we deal with you? And we'll take the social media, and then eventually we'll take the money. I mean, that's